Welcome back to the Delaware Way. Our friends from the Brandywine Zoo are back. Meet director Brent Spencer. It's the first time you've been on the show. I want to talk about that, but we really should deal with the porcupine in the room.
That's right. Here she is. This is Juniper. Juniper is a North American porcupine, so she's part of our education animals. She goes out on programs with us. Makes a wonderful animal for us.
No, it's funny because you said, and the person here with you said, do you mind if there's a porcupine next to you on the set? And I said no, but could there be a problem?
Always the potential, but we use these animals with a good reason. There's a lot of misconceptions about porcupines shooting quills, and they don't shoot their quills. They come out very easily, and it's a good defensive mechanism for the porcupine. But they don't shoot, so you're perfectly safe sitting there.
So at a distance. The only problem would be if all of a sudden she took an interest in me and wanted to come
Or if
over.
you went up and tried to touch her, you would probably get a response from her where her quills would come up.
Then
so
we're fine.
You stay out of her space and
yeah.
she'll stay out of yours.
I'm smart enough to know not to pet a porcupine.
Wise decision.
Let's talk about you. Congratulations, by the way. I know you've been at the zoo for a couple of years.
Correct.
But that's wonderful because we've had past directors on, and this is the first time you've been on. What are your plans for the zoo?
We've got a lot of things going on. The zoo just completed a master plan. We worked with Denrec, who runs the zoo. We brought in consultants from a zoo consulting firm and an architectural firm, and we've created a new master plan. So basically, we're going to re-envision the entire zoo. We're looking at trying to make the zoo more interactive for the public, more conservation messages, and use our space better. We don't right now do a good job of using our space. So when we looked at it, we looked at sort of everything having to do with zoo operations. We're a very small facility, so we're not going to have large animals. We're built on the side of a mountain, basically, so we have to have animals that will take that kind of topography. And we have a winter climate, so we have to pick animals that will do well in our climate. So that's the collection that we've geared towards. And I think we can make it a very exciting collection. So we're looking at new exhibits, new animals, and I think it's going to be a really exciting place.
You're going to be opening soon.
We're going to be opening. March 16th is going to be our opening date. We are closed this winter for some construction, so there'll be new things for people to see this year.
Such as?
We've closed down our otter exhibit. We reached a point with that exhibit where it wasn't doing what we wanted it to do. We had some water clarity issues. It didn't look good. So we've converted that into a goat contact area. We've got some new goats coming in, some new breeds of goats. So we can talk about why goats were bred into the various forms that we have. Now we've got a rediscovery of our bee exhibit. We're putting down a rubberized play surface. We're going to have some climbing structures. We're going to have some flowers coming up over the fence, made a much more exciting area. We're going to take our llama exhibit this fall and turn that into a new Madagascar exhibit. That'll be our first major project. So we're looking at 3 different species of lemurs in there, radiated tortoises, possibly some birds. It'll give us a brand new exhibit, a brand new feel for what happens at the zoo.
You've got some national coverage recently because of an alligator that was taken from a drug house and brought to your zoo. Will people get to see the alligator?
Yes, they will. We're going to use the alligator in our education programs this summer. It's a smaller animal. It's about 2.5 feet long. So we'll use it for education programs, and then at the end of the season, because we're not geared to handle animals like that over the winter, it's going to move to another AZA facility in Florida, and they specialize in crocodilians, so it'll go down there and have a long and happy life down there.
And the zoo isn't, it hasn't been in the past, you can tell me if it still is, it's not contained to just the zoo. You go out, which is why you have animals like this, right?
We do a lot of programs off grounds, and that's a very important part for us because we're able to reach schools. We've got ongoing programs with the AI Children's Hospital, and we go out and provide programs for them there. We do programs not only in Delaware, but also Maryland, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. So we've got a wide reach up in this region.
I should say that you are new to the director's job. You're not new to the zoo.
Not new to the zoo. Brandywine is the first zoo I worked at when I was in high school. So I worked there for 7 years when I was in high school and college, went out and worked at a number of zoos around the country. And then when the director's position opened up, I had the opportunity to come back and basically rebuild the zoo where I started when I was in high school.
So you believe in zoos. You've been a believer in zoos for a long time. Zoos have come under attack.
Zoos have come under attack, and I think it's important to recognize the difference between zoos that are accredited by the Association of Zoos and Aquariums and non-accredited zoos. And by being an accredited zoo, we're inspected every 5 years. Every aspect of our operation is inspected. So animal care, veterinary care, guest services, administration, finance, all of this is inspected. And it says that we're performing at a very high standard. There are roughly 10% of the zoo's animal facilities in the country are accredited by AZA, but that's a very small number. So there's 233 accredited zoos right now, and there's
it's a wonderful zoo, and it's very intimate, and I look forward to the changes. So it's the 16th. It's going
correct.
to reopen.
We'll be opening March 16th.
That's wonderful. Do you have any big events coming up, or want to wait till you come back to talk about
We do a lot of events throughout the year. We've got Parrot Party that'll be coming up this summer, and that's sort of a festive, holiday-themed, Caribbean-themed event.
Oh, nice.
We do Boo at the Zoo for children in Halloween season, and Brew at the Zoo in September is one of our big fundraisers.
And you can probably learn all about this at your website, which is
www.brandywinezoo.org.
Look at that. You didn't even know she was here.
Nope.
Who would know? All you could hear is the chewing.
That's right. She's a wonderful ambassador for animals around the world.
Thank you so much for coming in.
My pleasure.
I really
Thank you for
appreciate
having
it.
us.
Brandywine Zoo Director Brent Spencer. That wraps up the Delaware Way for this week. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back again next week.